Good morning, HighPointe Garage. It's Friday, May 30th, 2025, the last month of spring, and this is your morning meeting. Let's get ready for our day of learning by focusing our minds and bodies. Get comfortable and follow along with the video.
Good morning. This is a 5-minute meditation to start the day. To begin, just find a comfortable position, whether you are sitting up in bed, in a chair, or cross-legged on the floor. Allow yourself these few moments to set aside all of your cares, worries, concerns, and just take this time for yourself. Bring focus to my voice and to the suggestions that I will give. And as you start to settle in, rest your palms gently on your legs or knees and take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nostrils and gently out. Bring your focus to keeping a nice, calming flow of your breath in and out, just effortlessly and naturally. And on your next breath in, just use that breath to imagine a gentle pull upwards on your body, as if trying to stretch yourself taller. And on each exhale, just keep that chest comfortably raised. Breathe in and stretch up, lengthen the spine. Feel that gentle stretch on your back. Take a few seconds now to find that centeredness, just continuing to breathe gently and naturally in and out. As you begin your day, you will recognize your ability to deal with any challenge that is presented to you. If a problem arises, you will be able to calmly assess the situation and work out solutions without the distraction of added worry or anxiety. As you prepare your body and mind for this day, count down with me from 5 to 1. After each number, I will offer you a short phrase to say to yourself, either out loud or in your mind. Starting with 5, welcoming a new day. 4, clear and focused mind. 3, presence and awareness. 2, calm and centered. 1, awake and ready. Great job. Now we'll do the same exercise just once more, counting down again and repeating after me. 5, welcoming a new day. 4, clear and focused mind. 3, presence and awareness. 2, calm and centered. And 1. Awake and ready. Great job. As you prepare to go about your day, know that you have the confidence and strength to accomplish your goals and be a positive and calming influence on all who you encounter. Come back to this meditation session any or every morning to help you prepare for each day. Mindful Peace Journey.
Thank you. Hopefully you feel prepared for learning today after that great video.
Good morning. This is a 5.
Today is National Creativity Day. Let's hear more.
It's the ability to envision things that don't exist and bring them to life. This superpower drives innovation, art, and solutions to our biggest challenges. Today, we celebrate National Creativity Day. Created in 2018, this day encourages us to embrace creativity, whether through art, problem solving, or thinking outside the box. Neuroscience shows that creative thinking strengthens brain connections and enhances cognitive function. From Isaac Newton's apple to Velcro and Post-it notes, history's greatest breakthroughs often came from creative thinking. Creativity isn't a luxury, it's essential for transforming problems into possibilities. I'm Marlo Anderson with National Day Calendar, reminding you to celebrate every day.
What will you do today to show your creative side?
It's the ability.
Today's weather, much warmer than it has been, with highs around 81 degrees. Some showers are still in the forecast for today. Tomorrow, again, slightly cooler, and then another warm up on Sunday. So hopefully a good weekend ahead. Let's learn some more about lightning.
They say lightning never strikes the same place twice, but what happens if it strikes once? Hey guys, Leanne at the National Weather Service. There are a lot of myths out there about lightning, and did you know it can strike you in ways you never thought possible? You could get struck walking your dog, or even just standing on your porch. The fact is, lightning is more dangerous than you think. And just to let you know, lightning can strike the same place twice. Lightning strikes the United States about 25 million times a year, and of the hundreds that are severely injured, about 49 people die. Interestingly enough, lightning and tornadoes are similarly as dangerous and as deadly. A common misconception is that all lightning strikes are fatal. Good news is, that's not true. Researchers in the lightning safety community say that 90% of people struck by lightning survive. Of those that do survive, some are left with lifelong neurological problems. Also, a study published in the Journal of Neurologic Clinics state that the primary cause of lightning death is cardiac arrest. Basically, your heart and your breathing stops and you lose consciousness. Now let's move on to something even more striking. Lightning is a sudden discharge of electricity from the cloud, the ground, and the air. It can even occur in other instances like volcanic eruptions, but for our sake, we'll just stick to thunderstorms. True or false? Lightning only occurs underneath a thunderstorm. False. Ever heard of a bolt from the blue? Lightning can actually travel 10 miles or more horizontally from a storm. In 2001, two guys were playing football on a beach in New Jersey under sunny skies, when a lightning bolt from a thunderstorm offshore struck and killed one of them. Okay. You're probably thinking right now, I get it, lightning's dangerous, but how can I protect myself and my family from it? All right, let's go over a few steps. If you are expected to be outdoors, plan ahead. Check the latest forecast at weather.gov and click on the location that you're interested in going to. If there's a better weather day, that's a better option. When out and about, have a game plan on what action you'll take if lightning threatens. Have a shelter in mind of where you will want to go to. It needs to be a building with at least 4 walls, a roof, wiring, like a home, a school, a church, or an office building. But stay away from pipes, metal objects, showers, sinks, bathtubs, and electrical equipment such as stoves, radios, corded telephones, and computers. Another shelter would be any fully enclosed metal top vehicle. But don't even think about that golf cart. You wouldn't stand a chance. Let's say you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have any shelter. What do you do then? Well, my fellow Weather Service colleague and lightning specialist, John Jensenius, suggests if you're in a group, spread out. Avoid open areas. Try not to be the tallest object in the area, and do not be near tall or isolated trees. However, keep in mind there are no safe places outside in a thunderstorm. Watch for clues of an approaching or developing thunderstorm. If you hear thunder, the storm is already close enough that lightning could strike you, and you need to get to shelter immediately. Once in a safe shelter, stay there for 30 minutes after the last rumble of thunder. Puffy white clouds that don't change much shouldn't cause any worries. If these clouds start to grow upwards towards space, you should be prepared to take shelter from lightning. This is a thunderstorm cloud, and you should seek shelter immediately. Now here are some common outdoor activities that people participate in, and you tell me if you would be safe from lightning. A day at the golf course. Watching a thunderstorm from your porch. Boating. Mowing your lawn. Whoa, that was enlightening. Now here are some real-life examples of what people were doing when they got struck by lightning in recent years. Some of these common activities might surprise you. Sheltering under trees, fishing, on a boat, riding a motorcycle, mountain climbing, hiking, football practice, hauling hay in a tractor, kids on bikes, standing in the doorway, taking out the garbage, mowing the lawn, inside talking on a landline phone, walking dog, standing next to a window, playing organ in a church, and doing something as simple as getting a book from their vehicle. As we like to say at the National Weather Service, when thunder roars, go indoors. For more information, go to lightningsafety.noaa.gov. Yeah, I gotta go.
As our weather ramps up for the summer, remember, keep yourselves well aware and safe. Lightning is never safe outside. Get inside a building as quickly as possible. Here is our joke of the day. What do you call 26 letters that went for a swim? Alphabetical. Today in history, let's learn something.
May 30th, 2002. In New York, the end of the agonizing cleanup at Ground Zero, 8.5 months after the September 11th terrorist attacks. Retired firefighter Tom Steffens says he can hardly believe what he sees, where the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center once stood.
It's scary. It's just to imagine that 2 giant, beautiful buildings were here, and now they're gone. It's like a baseball field. It's just flat and there's nothing there. It's gut-wrenching.
1431. In France, Joan of Arc is burned at the stake, condemned as a heretic. Today, she is France's national heroine and a Catholic saint. 1982.
I've always been someone that just grinds it out and just tries to do the best I can, take it one day at a time.
Cal Ripken Jr. of the Baltimore Orioles plays the first of what becomes a record 2,632 consecutive games in Major League Baseball. And 1909. Benny Goodman, the jazz clarinetist and band leader known as the King of Swing, is born in Chicago. Today in history, May 30th, Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
Our quote of the day today is about our final month of spring, May. The world's favorite season is the spring. All things seem possible in May. Edwin Way Teal. Let's play Would You Rather. We're going to ask a question and you're going to get up and move. You're either going to go over by the whiteboards or go over by the windows. So here is your question. Would you rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight or get trapped in the middle of a water balloon flight? I'm going to give you some time to get to your place. So if you would rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight, walk over by the whiteboards. If you would rather get trapped in the middle of a water balloon fight, walk over toward the windows. All right. Let's hear why you are standing where you're at. Let's start with those of you by the whiteboards. Why would you rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight? The leader's going to call on a few of you to answer. I'm going to give you some time. So why would you rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight? All right. Let's hear from the other group now. Those of you by the windows, why would you rather get trapped in the middle of a water balloon fight? Again, the leader's going to call on you to share why you would rather get trapped in the middle of a water balloon fight. All right, stupendous. Thank you for sharing. A picture is worth 1,000 words. What do you think is happening in this picture? It's client time. Let's take some time to share our lives and connect with each other. Here's a question for you to think about. What was your greatest joy yesterday? Give you some time. The leader will call on you to answer. Terrific. Let's think about today is the day. What will you do today to make it the day? I'll give you some time and the leader will call on you to answer. All right. Let's focus our attention on the weekend. What is the weekend bringing to you? Again, the leader will call on you to share, and I'll give you some time. No matter your plans for the weekend, we hope that you have an outstanding weekend and make some memories. Let's look at our schedule for today. This morning, Enrichment, 8 o'clock arrival times, 9:15 transition to SCC and lessons. At 9:30, you're going to watch the Secret Garden movie. At 10 o'clock, morning meeting. At 10:30, you'll watch a little more of the Secret Garden movie, and at 11 o'clock will be lunch. Engagement, at 8 o'clock, you will have arrival. At 9:15, transition to SCC and lessons. At 9:30, morning meeting. And at 10 o'clock and 10:30, you will watch the Secret Garden movie and then have lunch. This afternoon, Enrichment and Engagement will both have 12 o'clock tech and choice activities with lunch for returning SCC clients. At 12:55, Enrichment will have Butterfly Anatomy. At 1:30, Just Dance and Self-Expression. At 2 o'clock, karaoke, and then departure for the weekend. And for Engagement at 12:55, Just Dance and Self-Expression. At 1:30, Butterfly Anatomy. And at 2 o'clock, karaoke, and then departure for the weekend. Thanks and have a great day.